Hello, it's Ramel London here, and today we are going to be talking about T-levels. Now, for those that don't know what they are, T-levels are the new 2-year qualification after GCSEs that will give students a head start towards the career they want. Now, they've been designed with leading businesses and employers, and include a 9-week industry placement to help you learn what a real career is like. As someone that did a lot of work experience myself, which helped me get into my dream job and career, it's great to hear that T-levels can do this for the next generation. So today, I'm going to be joined by Alex Warner, who is the principal of Milton Keynes College, who will help answer some of your questions about T-levels. So what makes T-levels different to A-levels or maybe BTECs?
Yeah, so I think the clue is in the title really. So A-levels, it's academic, T-levels is technical. Yes, you mentioned also BTECs as well, but I will also later on when I talk about the nuances of T-levels, talk about some of the things that are really new and exciting for people who embark on a T-level. So A-levels, subject-based qualifications delivered over 2 years. Similarly though, T-levels are also delivered over 2 years as well. But one of the key things that's really unique to T-levels is what you also commented on, is around having that industry support and specifically that industry placement as well. So 80% generally will be delivered with a provider, specifically with Milton Keynes College, but then there will also be that 20% on the job sort of training where you'll be working with an employer. It's not always just about knowledge and subject knowledge, it's about what are the skills, how do you apply that information, what qualities or attributes do you have and that you can share with employers that will make you an asset.
So we're talking about T-levels, but what about after T-levels? So if students want to go to uni, will the unis, and this is a specific question from the viewers, will the unis respect T-levels in the same way as A-levels or BTECs or anything like that?
So if you want to do a T-level and you want to go straight into employment, the great thing is they're designed to prepare you for employment. If you want to do the T-level and you want to go to university, there are many amazing universities that I'm sure will be really interested to speak to you and hear about your experiences, and you'll be able to progress to them as well.
Is there anything specific for someone that feels that they want a creative job? Is there anything specific? And this is, again, a specific question from the audience.
So your original question was, can I be creative? Well, yes, there is a specific pathway, and yes, there are specific occupations linked to that pathway. But I should suggest also that creativity can happen in any occupation across any discipline, and you just need to continue to sort of test yourself to be creative as you possibly can be. And the T-levels have been specifically prioritised, linked to where those occupations are. So if you feel like it's a real shame because the T-level that I wanted to do isn't available right now, we've been quite strategic. The education and policy reform has been quite strategic in actually saying, let's focus on those areas where there are the jobs.
Perfect, thank you. So what if you change your mind? So of course, T-levels seems like it's thinking forward to the future. But what happens if you actually get into the T-levels, you start doing it and you're like, actually, I don't want this career at all? What happens?
If you decide on a specific occupation and you want to study, you're going to be developing a lot of transferable skills and behaviours. Now, those skills and behaviours, whilst you're developing technical knowledge, those skills and behaviours can't be taken away. You as an individual will have skills that are applicable, in my instance, whether that's in science, whether that's in technology, or whether that's in education. And I've been able to sort of take those skills from one sector to another and to another. So I'd say that if you change your mind, that's absolutely fine, because that's what we all do. Don't worry about it. Have an open and honest conversation and think about how might you take that learning, how might you take those experiences and apply them to another sector, another occupation, or something that you're really passionate about.
What excites you the most about T-levels?
So for me, I think there's something really exciting about the industry placement.
Yes.
So the industry placement, actually, you could think that's really daunting to have to do sort of 45 days or 315 hours. But I also think what an amazing opportunity. You get to go and apply those skills, and you get to go and work with some of the employers who are doing this on a daily basis, and you get to learn from and be mentored by people who are doing this this. Again, my own personal career, I've had to go on sort of a journey of kind of like picking up steps and picking up things as I go along. The idea that I could have had someone who would coach and to mentor me at the same time as I was learning. So I had that opportunity to not only kind of test, but also to kind of work with someone who would help me to learn and develop those skills. I think that's really phenomenal. So I'm going to say one of the biggest things that excites me is something that many people might see as a challenge, but I see it as a really great opportunity.
That's amazing. And finally, my final question is, if anyone is worried about their future prospects after T levels, can you explain some of the options? So you've talked about it helps you maybe get into uni, but what about jobs and careers? What is available?
The options really consist of going into higher education, so going on and doing a full degree, to go on and do an apprenticeship, so a higher apprenticeship, a degree apprenticeship, or specifically to go on and develop into the world of work. So, I mean, all of your options remain open. You're not narrowing of any of those options. If anything, I think you're probably broadening them because you're also developing those sort of employability skills, or some of those skills that are going to help you transfer into any career. So hopefully that, you know, what options are available, all of the options that would be available to any young person who completed a level 3 qualification.
That's amazing. Honestly, Alex, it's been so good learning and getting excited about T levels today. So thank you again. And thank you everyone that's been watching. Please do, if you need any more information, go to tlevels.gov.uk. And for more information on T levels and to get updated all the time on what they're doing, go to the T levels Instagram page. That is at tlevels_gov.uk. Thank you again for watching, and thank you again, Principal Alex, for giving us insight into T levels. I've been Ral London. Thank you.